I really like the painterly style that you're talking about here. Is there any particular technique, or you said you're using fresco? I mean, I'm such a newbie when it comes to digital art, and this is just amazing to me. I think we worked together, and you colored some of my other drawings, and my mouth just falls open. Like I'm so not there yet. I'm just like super basic, getting colors in the right place. Talk a little bit about all the different, if you can, some of the techniques that you use
Oh
to.
yeah, totally. I'm happy to talk about that. I could talk about that all day, in fact. So I'm a product, like I said, I'm this bridge generation where I'm in my mid 30s. Like I grew up in a time where smartphones were not a thing, but my mother's a software engineer. So I did grow up with a computer in the house, and I had the first version of Photoshop I used was version 5.5. So I was
Mm,
about 8 years old when I started uh copying Sailor Moon manga, scanning it into the computer, and then I found a tutorial online where they showed me how to color Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, right? And learning how to like set the layer properties and stuff. Like I learned all of that on my own, self-taught. So everything that's come after that has just been a function of time and practice. But I also did go to like the equivalent of the Oakland School of the Arts in my hometown in Florida.
okay.
So I did receive like formal painting training as well. So I understand how light works. I especially enjoy working in color, although as a comic artist, that is challenging because it puts a lot more time into every page, right? So
Yeah.
I've been rethinking the way that I can do color in a more, let's say, a more efficient way than the way I did these pages, right? So this was for my graduate thesis. So I wanted to make something that was going to be really impressive, that was going to really pop. And so a lot of the painterly details that I was doing here involve the watercolor brushes. So
Okay.
like the redwood tree, I think I was using a combination of like the inking brush in the brown to like lay out some of the basic details, and then the watercolor brushes with the green and the darker blue. So this is actually like I am not afraid to use reference. That's the other thing. This bottom left spread, the full bleed, is actually just Google Street View, believe it or
Um,
not.
okay.
Yeah, like I just took a screenshot of Google Street View, and my block had some nice graffiti on that fence next to it, like the light coming in through the trees. That was all pretty much from the photo reference.
Nice.
So for me, the trick with working with reference has always been how do you balance with your own style the fact that you're using a reference so it's not like super obvious. And although I can tell I used a photo reference here because I drew it, like I think if somebody were to look at this, they wouldn't think, oh, that looks so different than everything else on the
No,
page, you know
I
what
would
I
not
mean?
have known unless you told me.
Yeah.
And that's something I struggle with too with my comic sense. It's all based in Oakland, and you can quite easily, like you said, if they Google it, I don't want it to be just a drawing version of whatever they find on Google. So the balance of making it your own is a real struggle. But yeah, I think that's part of the fun. That's part of the challenge.
Yeah, it's a lot of leaving stuff out.
Yeah.
Like you'll notice there, I don't really outline some of the shadows in that car. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just let the shadow let your eye decide where that car ends and the road begins. So for me, it's actually a lot of like photos take all the information in, right? But cartooning is all about abstraction. So I try to think about like cartoonifying my reference.
And that's what
And
really our eyes do anyway, right? Our eyes make these decisions that from memory and not necessarily what we're looking at in front of us anyway. So,
and rest in peace to Frankenstein. That's my cat who just passed away earlier
oh,
this year.
so
Yeah.
sorry.
He's gonna be in my heart forever, and I love to see him in this piece.
Huh. So let's jump into some of the interview questions. I'll stop
Sure.
sharing so we can see your beautiful face. So where did you grow up in Florida?
Yes, so I'm actually from West Palm Beach, Florida, which is right across the Intracoastal Waterway from Palm Beach Island, where all of the terrible, depraved stories that are coming out about the president
Oh no.
are from. So it's been an extra intense time for me because I actually have been to Mar-a-Lago before, and,
Mm,
family members actually worked there. So it's just it's a strange place to be from, but at the same time, it was a beautiful place. Like, the water, you can swim easily in the ocean there, unlike here in California where you have to train your body for the cold. Um, it was also a diverse place. I grew up in a neighborhood with immigrants from Central America, Latin America, the Caribbean.
okay.
So it felt good as a brown child, to be able to play in the street with other kids that were like me
Right.
and have a lot of diversity. So yeah, I'm a Floridian, born and raised, but I have not lived there since 2009.
Wow.